Adam Thielen really wanted to come home and play for the Vikings? Or is there something else happening here? All of that on today's podcast. This is brought to you by 5-Star Bath Solutions of Minneapolis. Call 5-Star Bath Solutions of Minneapolis for a bathroom transformation. The recent news is that Vikings receiver Adam Thielen has agreed to terms on a contract revision, reducing his salary by $2 million and removing $4 million in incentives per sources. So, because Adam Thielen wanted to be traded to the Vikings, he is forfeiting potentially $6 million of money by agreeing to this trade. And the story being written is that Adam Thielen just wanted to play for his home team. And that is a partial truth. The complete truth is that Adam Thielen's home team offered an opportunity to win a Super Bowl, and it just happened to be for his home team. If the Vikings were not entering a championship window of opportunity, Adam Thielen would have no desire to return to his home state and finish off his career. In the mind of Adam Thielen, this is about an opportunity to join a team entering their Super Bowl window. And playing for your home team is also kind of fun. It is no secret that Adam Thielen and his wife wanted to return to Minnesota. And the Carolina Panthers general manager basically said that. He said, I'm not going to stand in the way of Adam Thielen returning to Minnesota and finishing off his career there. But can we call this what it is? If the Vikings were not entering their Super Bowl window, Adam Thielen would have no interest in potentially forfeiting $6 million in his contract. With his reduction in his salary and removing $4 million in incentives. Let me just say it like this. If the Panthers were entering their Super Bowl window and the Vikings were currently in the Panthers' predicament, this trade would not have gone down. But the beautiful thing about this trade is that it offers Adam Thielen and his family everything they are hoping for. And when I say hoping for, I mean hoping for. They get to return to their home state, which they love, which they have a heart for, and they get to play for their favorite team. They took a pay cut, but he's earned so much money throughout his career that reducing his salary by $2 million isn't that big of a deal. But all of this is in hope for playing for a winning team. If the Vikings finish this season with an 8-9 record, a 7-10 record, Adam Thielen and his family will look back on this trade and say, I reduced my salary for this. I wanted a trade out of Carolina for this. The exact same situation I could have had in Carolina, but I reduced my salary by basically $6 million so that I could join a championship team that wins 7 freaking games. Are you kidding me? Because this is how professional players think. They want an opportunity to win. Very fair. They also want to make a lot of money. Very fair. And when a professional player takes a pay cut to join a team, it's not because they love that team with all their heart. It's because they want an opportunity to win a championship, which is also very fair. And my fear is that Adam Thielen could look back on this trade with regret. If the Vikings suck all kinds of ass, he could look back on this trade and say, I took a pay cut for this? This is what I came home for? A team that won 7 games when Carolina won 7 games, and I could have kept my entire salary? Plus, when Addison and Naylor return at 100%, Thielen's role within the Vikings offense is going to naturally take a back seat. So Thielen's role is going to be diminished, not to nothing, but to something. And he's taking a pay cut, removing possibly $6 million from his contract. He is doing this because he wants to win a title now. Adam Thielen's first contract in the NFL. He is an undrafted free agent out of Mankato State. A 3-year, $1,485,000 contract with an average salary of $495,000. His contract this season, Thielen will earn a base salary of $4,250,000. Now, there is a big difference between those two contracts. One is a contract when you're entering the league as an undrafted free agent, just trying to make the team. And the other is a veteran basically taking a close to minimum deal. 1 year, $4 million for a player that's been in the league for 13 seasons. And we all enter this world getting our ass wiped as a baby. And most of us leave this world getting our asses wiped as an adult. And that's how I would describe Adam Thielen's contract situation throughout his NFL career. He entered the NFL with a salary of $495,000. In the middle of his career, in the prime of his career, he is making boatloads of money, just like we all hope to during the prime of our life. And now he's finishing his career with a salary of about $4 million, which hasn't been this low since his first few years in the NFL. When Adam Thielen left for Carolina, He is on record saying that he believes that the Panthers give him his best chance at winning a Super Bowl. Adam Thielen is returning to his great state of Minnesota because he wants to win a ring. And he wants to finish off his career riding off into the sunset and hoisting a Lombardi trophy. Adam Thielen, when he signed with the Panthers years ago, says, honestly, I wasn't really planning on going to the Panthers. I went on a visit there just to see, just to hear them out, because I wanted to go somewhere where I had an opportunity to win a Super Bowl. And when I went there, I sat down with Coach Frank Reich. I sat down with the general manager and sat down with all of the coaching staff. And I felt like Carolina was the place to go, that I feel like there's a real chance to win a Super Bowl. And that gets me so excited. This was a story written on March 24th, 2023. And the same situation applies to the Vikings. Yes, he gets to come home and play for his hometown team. But the bigger story is he wants a chance to win a Super Bowl. He has had a Super Bowl mindset for the last 3 to 4 years of his career. He joined Carolina at an opportunity to win a Super Bowl, which is laughable, but that's what he said. And maybe he wouldn't have taken a pay cut for just any team. It was his hometown team. But his hometown team also offers an opportunity to win a Super Bowl, meaning he wouldn't have done this just for any organization, but he's doing it for an opportunity to win. And that's the bigger story. It's a cool story about a player coming home, and I'm excited. I think Adam Thielen is needed, but I do fear that he could harness a little bitterness in his heart at the end of the season if the Vikings don't live up to the expectation that they have inside that organization and that Thielen has joining the team. And that is contending for a Super Bowl. Because let's face it, they have a Super Bowl roster. They invested in their roster to win games in the regular season and to contend for a Super Bowl. And we don't want to make any rush judgments per se, but we'll find out in about 6 days if the Vikings are going to be legitimate contenders for a Super Bowl this season. Because it doesn't take long to figure it out. It doesn't take weeks to understand if the Vikings are going to be a legitimate team or not. Check out 5-Star Bath Solutions of Minneapolis for all your bathroom needs. 5-Star Bath Solutions of Minneapolis transformed our bathroom in 48 hours. And that's their promise to you as well. Our bathroom got a new floor, vanity, countertops. We went from a single to a double sink. New mirror. Our shower surround had mold in it. And 5-Star Bath Solutions of Minneapolis changed that. They got rid of it. We didn't have to outsource it. And all of this was done in 48 hours. Free consultations are available, and they have affordable payment plans. Beautiful solutions, affordable transformations. 5-Star Bath Solutions of Minneapolis. There's another story real quick. The Purple Persuasion shared it on his account. It was some reporters at the state fair of the Star Tribune. Andrew Kamer was speaking with Ben Gessling, and they're talking about the Vikings QB room and that situation. It says this: well, with JJ McCarthy, I think they're telling Max Brosmer to back off because they need more time with JJ McCarthy. Max said, I have to understand I'm not the priority. So this has been a situation for Brosmer where he's had to learn that he's not the priority, because up until this point, he's been the priority. At Minnesota, at the college before Minnesota, Brosmer's been the guy. And it's a transition going from QB1 to QB3. And Brosmer, by all understanding, has made it clear that he wants to work his tail off, and he will be at the Vikings facility just as long as JJ McCarthy is. And the coaches have been like, dude, we love your work ethic, but we don't have time for you because you are not the priority. Our jobs don't hinge on our quarterback 3 playing well. And to Max Brosmer, I would say that this is your welcome to the NFL moment. He's not going to play during his rookie season. He made the team, and he has showed me some skills in preseason and in training camp that makes me think he could be a legitimate NFL starter and player. But this is Max Brosmer's welcome to the NFL moment. When he first found out that, hey, your role is the backup to the backup right now. And our coaches are not working hard to make sure the backup to the backup is going to be as prepared as possible. So oftentimes you see backup quarterbacks in the league. You see this every year. Oh, how did you stay ready when you got this opportunity to play or start when our quarterback was injured? Oh, I'm just always staying ready. I was looking at film. They all said the same thing, even if it's not true. And what that tells me is that they're looking at film, staying ready by themselves. Sure, they're within the quarterback room and they're in the quarterback meetings, but they are not the focus, nor should they be. Because McCarthy is QB1 and by all means will remain QB1 as long as he doesn't get injured. So, Brosmer and his work ethic, although very inspiring, it is unfortunately being looked over, not really appreciated to the fact that it would be if he was the starting quarterback on the Vikings. But what Brosmer is doing is very respectable because he understands where he's at, QB3. But he is doing everything in his power to make sure that although he's QB3, he is doing his best job at getting a leg up over the competition. Because this isn't a sprint, this is a marathon. And when Brosmer's opportunity comes, he will be as prepared as anybody, if not more prepared than everybody else. So that's the mindset of Brosmer right now. It's a game of inches, and he is clawing and climbing through every inch right now, doing everything in his power to get a leg up over the competition. And that's cool. Because as an underdog, as someone that isn't going to be handed opportunities as much as a first-round pick would be, you've got to do everything in your power to make sure that you have a competitive advantage in every single category that makes a quarterback play. And that's what Brosmer is doing. Hoagland Farms Beef, 952-491-1541. Steaks, chuck roast, hamburger beef, ribs, and more. All for about $4 a pound. Hoagland Farms Beef, 100% rotationally grazed, grass-fed beef. Hoagland Farms Beef, 952-491-1541. Tell Jared Tim sent you, and they'll give you 20% off your first order. Hoagland Farms Beef, 952-491-1541. Pick up your phone, call Jared at 952-491-1541. Hit that subscribe button. This was The Grind with Tim Grinley. I hope you all have a wonderful day.